Hey everybody, and welcome. We have reached episode 23 of Boston 25 Sports In Depth. We love sharing these stories with you. Butch Stearns is with me. He kicks us off tonight with a really good one from TD Garden.
Tom, Todd Angilly is a name that you may or may not know, but you do know his voice. Since Todd was named as the full-time national anthem singer for the Bruins, his life has changed dramatically, but one thing has never changed: his TD Garden family. And when the big man sings, it's hard to say who's more proud, Todd or his Garden family.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Todd Angilly loves to sing.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming.
And he loves to laugh at himself.
I'm down there singing, right? Getting ready to sing. And Bobby Orr comes walking by and he goes, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" And I started laughing at him, right?
If you've been to TD Garden, you likely recognize Todd, but you probably also recognize many of the other familiar faces who've worked at the Garden for years, like Denise Wynn. How many years you been here at the Garden?
30 years.
Or Ed Catan. How long you been here, Ed?
About 17.
Darryl Williams.
I've been at the Garden since 2011.
Or Lauren Robinson. How long you been at the Garden?
10 years now.
It was 20 years ago when Todd first walked off of Causeway Street into the Garden. He had just graduated college and started working here as a cook when this place was called the Fleet Center. And right away, he knew that these people were special.
They kind of took me in. It was really nice. Christmas time, you know, presents and being invited over for dinner and watching their kids grow up, them watching my kids grow up. One of the servers introducing, you know, me to my wife.
How did you play matchmaker?
He wanted to be fixed up with somebody, and I said, "Oh, but Alicia, she's a great person." I said, "Why don't you, like, ask her out?"
I'm not gonna lie to you, I did the old 8th grade, "Hey Denise, that girl over there, find out if she's got a boyfriend."
Well, we are a family.
For Todd, this family has been much like his own family growing up in Warwick, Rhode Island, with 3 brothers who were all bigger than life.
You know, I'm the smallest one, so, you know, you come up with your own conclusions there.
Their house was filled with sports and music.
So there was singing, instruments, there was always music. 2 of my brothers played the drums, and my mother loved it. Music was always a part of it, even if we were playing sports. Thanksgiving Day, my senior year, at being asked to sing the national anthem, the principal is holding an umbrella over me because it was raining. And then I was being recruited to play Division III ball, but I wanted to be a music teacher. But it was still interesting because getting to Plymouth State, I ended up being asked one day to sing the anthem, and then it just stopped.
For Todd, singing the national anthem has always been something special.
It's a sacred song to me. My father's a veteran. My great aunt was in World War II. She was in the Army. You hear it, they sing along. And that's serious stuff.
For 42 years for Bruins games in this building, there was only one anthem singer, the legendary fist-pumping Rene Rancourt.
You don't replace Rene.
But in 2018, that's what the Bruins were faced with when Rene sang his last anthem at the Garden. Auditions for a new anthem singer were held that summer.
Oh, say, can you see
by the dawn's
early light?
what so proudly we hailed?
Todd auditioned and nailed it.
And the rocket's red glare.
What would it mean to you to be able to replace Rene?
Well, I think we all know you can't replace him, but I think you can do it justice and do it right and continue on the tradition. Maybe start your own.
For the first season without Rene, the Bruins chose to rotate singers. But when the playoffs rolled around, the big man emerged as the main man at the mic and loved every minute of it.
That whole experience during the finals, the ultimate was when Belichick was here.
Bill Belichick getting everybody ready for this.
When he came out of the stands and he went right up to me and he put his hand out, he shook my hand. He said, "All right, Todd, I warmed them up for you. Get out there and finish the job." I was so fired up, and it was like, forget about it.
So to start 2019, Todd officially named the Bruins' full-time anthem singer.
Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I'm the Bruins anthem singer. Like, you know what I mean? And being in the building for so long, it is so important to me.
And it's just as important to his Garden family.
You know, when he goes down to sing, it's like, all right, let's come together. Like, we all come together here. And, you know, he represents all of us. He represents me. He represents, you know, Ed, you know, all the ladies, especially when he goes on there and he's putting up. He just put it up to his eyes. Like,
we all stop, whatever we're doing, whether I'm cutting fruit in the bar, and okay, women, Todd, he's playing. We have to listen to him.
Each game that I sing in, I like to turn around and look at the seats and look up to the suites and see them come. I can see them all stop what they're doing and come out.
To see him down on the ice, we feel a part of the team. We feel like we're down there with him. He really does represent us.
Because of Todd, you know, everyone knows our names. Usually they're like, hey guy, can I, you know, they'll, hey, they'll do little nicknames. They don't actually know our names, but because of Todd, you know, they actually know, Ed and Daryl.
And I think that's what appeals to the fans, is they know that I'm here. Like, I'm not just coming in to sing. Like, I got to get back to work.
And like only true friends and family can do, this crew keeps the big man grounded.
Here we have the Wall of Fame. As we see, we have the legendary Renee. You know, he paid his dues. Todd, not so much. You know, he got to work his way up.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
So incredibly likable. All right, so Renee had the fist pump.
Yeah.
But I saw some finger pointing. What's that all about?
When he first got the job, that was the main question he was asked by everybody. You're going to do the fist pump. And he said, I would never do that. That would be disrespectful. So the first national anthem, he sang a cappella. The second one, the Bruins said, we want you to work with Ron Poster, the Bruins organist, for many years. No one had ever worked with Ron except Renee. And growing up as a classical musician, you paid tribute to your accompaniment, and then he started pointing at the bench, pointing at his people up there. It's turned into kind of a fist pump.
He's pointing at you. That's all. Great job, Todd. You do a fantastic job. Such a likable guy. A lot of people root for you, and obviously all Bruins fans too. Thank you so much, Butch.